Good morning, children. Yesterday I was telling you about the human respiratory system. Today I am again repeating the same process. This is larynx, which is also known as voice box, right? And the C-shaped cartilaginous trachea is here, which is also known as windpipe. Trachea is further divided into two branches, are known as bronchi, or the singular form of bronchi is bronchus, right? Bronchi or bronchus is further divided into secondary, tertiary or quaternary branches to reach the alveoli are known as bronchioles. And these sacs, or you can see these grapes like structure, are known as alveoli. Alveoli is the area where the gaseous exchange takes place, right? Whenever we inhale the oxygen, it will goes into the lungs through the windpipe or trachea, then bronchi, then bronchioles, then it finally reaches to the alveoli for the absorption in the blood, right? And the alveoli is completely covered by so many capillaries, blood capillaries, so that the oxygen easily diffused out inside the blood vessels, right? You can see our left lung is smaller than the right one. This is our left side. The left lung is slightly smaller than the right one because the heart is completely situated in between the two lungs, but its lower side is slightly tilted towards the left side, right? So to provide the space, to provide the proper space to the heart, naturally the left lung is slightly smaller than the right one, and it is only two lobes. Here I have divided the lungs into two lobes, but here the right lung is divided into the three lobes, right? And lungs are the main organs where the respiration takes place, right? And the unit of respiration or the unit of lungs is known as alveoli, where the exchange of gases takes place inside the alveoli, right? Lungs are covered by two membranes, or the double membranes are present outside the lungs, right? The membranes are said to be pleural membranes, and the envelope is known as pleura. The membrane are filled with the fluid. The fluid is said to be pleural fluid. Why the pleural fluid is present inside the pleura? To prevent the friction, right? To prevent the outer injury to the lungs. Clear? So this is all about the human respiratory system. Our next topic is mechanism of breathing. Mechanism of breathing. Yesterday I have told you that breathing is only the process of inhaling of oxygen and exhaling of carbon dioxide. And it takes place in two phases. First one is inhalation and second one is exhalation. Or inhalation is also known as inspiration and exhalation is also known as expiration. Both the things are same, right? So what is inhalation? When we inhale the oxygen inside our lungs. How this whole process takes place? This is our lung, right? This is our lung and this is our vertebral column. वर्टिब्रल कॉलम किसी भी हालत में अपनी पोजीशन से नहीं हटेगी, वो ऐसे ही रहेगी, ठीक है। एंड दिस इज आवर स्टर्नम, चेस्ट बोन, राइट। whenever we inhale the oxygen, now the question arises, when we inhale the oxygen, whenever the partial pressure of O2 is higher in the atmosphere comparatively to the lungs, we inhale the oxygen, or the diffusion of oxygen takes place from atmosphere to the lungs, and oxygen completely fills up the area of lungs. As soon as the oxygen fill up the area of lungs, it expands in size and the radial muscles contract. It is surrounded by the radial muscles or intercostal muscles, right? This is diaphragm. You can say, what is diaphragm? Diaphragm is the partition between the respiratory system and digestive system. ठीक है? तो whenever the air pulls or the oxygen fills the area of lungs, the diaphragm becomes flattened because the lungs push the diaphragm to make diaphragm flattened, right? So whenever the oxygen goes inside the lungs, and when oxygen goes inside the lungs, whenever the partial pressure of O2 or oxygen high in the atmosphere comparatively to the lungs, the oxygen fills up the area of lungs and the diaphragm becomes flattened. This is the inhalation, right? Next thing is exhalation. Whenever the partial pressure of CO2 is higher inside the lungs and lower in the atmosphere, the CO2 will move out from the lungs. This is vertebral column, again sternum, the chest bone. As soon as the CO2 moves out from the lungs, the diaphragm become dome shaped. दोबारा से वो अपनी वही वाली जगह ले लेगा. And intercostal muscles which surrounds the lungs take their previous position. वो दोबारा से कैसी हो जाती है हमारी, रिलैक्स हो जाती है, ठीक है. तो जब O2 अंदर जाएगी तो एयर एक्सपेंड हो जाएगी एंड लंग बिकम्स, कह सकते हैं कि उसका जो एरिया है या वॉल्यूम है वो बढ़ जाएगा और वो पूरा कैसे हो जाएंगे, फिलअप हो जाएंगे एयर से. और जब बाहर निकलेगी CO2 तो वो दोबारा से अपनी पहले वाली साइज पे आ जाएंगे, ठीक है. As soon as the O2 goes inside the lungs, our chest bone becomes contract. वो आगे की तरफ हो जाती है और जब हम CO2 को बाहर एक्सहेल कर देते हैं तो चेस्ट बोन दोबारा से अपनी पहली वाली पोजीशन पे चली जाती है. दिस इज द मैकेनिज्म ऑफ ब्रीदिंग, राइट. अब क्वेश्चन क्या आता है इसमें एग्जाम में, डिफरेंशिएट बिटवीन द मैकेनिज्म ऑफ इनहेलेशन और एक्सहेलेशन, और यू कैन से डिफरेंशिएट बिटवीन इंस्पिरेशन और एक्सपिरेशन. एंड क्या पूछ लेते हैं वो, हमारा मैकेनिज्म ऑफ ब्रीदिंग. व्हाट इज ब्रीदिंग एंड व्हाट इज द मैकेनिज्म ऑफ ब्रीदिंग. 3 marks question, right? Now how this O2 transport throughout the body, और कैसे हमारी CO2 बॉडी से वापस लंग्स पर आती है, ठीक है. As I told you, alveoli are the area where the exchange of gases takes place. First of all, we are taking transport of O2. Right? We inhale the oxygen. It will goes through the trachea, then bronchi, then bronchioles, and last to the alveoli. Here, the oxygen diffused out inside the blood vessels, or you can say the oxygen diffused out inside the blood. Now the question arises, what is the mechanism of transport of oxygen throughout the body? So O2 combines with the hemoglobin hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is the pigment, red pigment present in the RBCs of blood, right? Heme is iron plus globin is protein. So hemoglobin is the iric protein which helps to combine the O2. So whenever the oxygen combines with hemoglobin, it makes oxyhemoglobin. Oxyhemoglobin. और वो डिफ्यूज क्यों हो गई? बिकॉज द प्रेशर ऑफ ऑक्सीजन इज हाई इन द एल्वेoli and in the blood is pressure of oxygen is low, so it diffused out inside the blood vessels. It forms the oxyhemoglobin and transport or goes throughout the body or each or every cell of the body. वहां पे पहुंच के क्या होगा? Where the pressure of oxygen is low, the hemoglobin breaks down the oxygen and that oxygen oxidizes the molecules of glucose. Whenever it oxidizes the molecules of glucose, the carbon dioxide releases. Then that place, the pressure of carbon dioxide is high and the pressure of oxygen is low. And the question arises that how that carbon dioxide goes back to the lungs. Again, that carbon dioxide combines with the hemoglobin, right? When the pressure of carbon dioxide is high inside the tissues or cells, the carbon dioxide combine with the hemoglobin and form कार्बेमिनोहेमोग्लोबिन. थोड़ा बहुत बड़ा सा नेम है ये. कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड से बना है कार्बेमिनोहेमोग्लोबिन. ये पूरी बॉडी से कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड को लेके कहाँ जाएगा? वापस हमारे लंग्स में. ब्लड वेसल्स में कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड का लेवल हाई एंड देन अगेन it diffused out inside the alveoli, then it goes or diffused out through these tubes outside the lungs. ठीक है, एक तरीका तो ये हो गया. दूसरा तरीका क्या है? CO2 is also diffused out from the body in the form of bicarbonate. CO2 plus water, bicarbonate. ब्लड में हमारे क्या है? वाटर. That CO2 combines with the water of blood in the presence of an enzyme. The enzyme is said to be carbonic anhydrase. In the presence of enzyme carbonic anhydrase, CO2 combines with the water to form bicarbonate. That bicarbonate rotate or transport throughout the body and come back to the alveoli. Here, the reversible reaction takes place. That bicarbonate breaks down the CO2 and water. That water remains in the blood and carbon dioxide diffused out from the alveoli to the bronchioles, then to the bronchus and then to the trachea. This is the structure of alveoli. Right, here oxygen comes and CO2 moves out. This is blood vessel. Clear to all? So this is all about the respiration. We have done the notes, we have done the NCERT questions, we have done the assignment questions also. And I have explained the topic respiration. This is the complete topic of respiration. If you have any sort of query, you can send me a message or you can give me a phone call also. Okay, that's all for today.